Fermentation. Today we're gonna learn about 4.6, which is fermentation. Fermentation allows the production of a small amount of ATP without oxygen. It is basically what happens when we work out and our body can take in more energy than it usually can. It's the backup plan when we don't have enough oxygen when we work out or run. Fermentation allows glycolysis to continue making ATP when oxygen is unavailable. So this makes the process an anaerobic process, which means it doesn't require oxygen to happen. So the definition for fermentation is an anaerobic process by which ATP is produced by glycolysis, removes electrons from NADH and recycles NAD plus from glycolysis. It needs NAD plus. Without NAD plus, glycolysis will stop. Okay. Fermentation allows glycolysis to continue making ATP when oxygen is unavailable. NAD plus is recycled to glycolysis. Lactic acid fermentation occurs in muscle cells. Lactic acid is a product of fermentation in many types of cells. C3H6O3 what causes your muscle to burn. Okay, so first, the pyruvate and NADH forms glycolysis and enters the fermentation process. Two NADH molecules provide energy to convert pyruvate into lactic acid. As NADH is used, it goes back as NAD+. Second, two molecules of NAD plus are recycled back to glycolysis. The recycling of NAD plus allows glycolysis to continue. So it's actually just a cycle of using as much present glucose and pyruvates that it can. So here we can see that first we have 6 carbons or glucose sugar, then ADP takes a phosphate group which makes it an ATP, and same as NAD plus takes in some energy which converts it to an NADH. Sorry about the noise. With the energy, it then converts glucose into a 2-pyruvate molecule. 2,3-pyruvate molecule. Then it rearranges the pyruvates, which takes energy from NADH, which turns into an AD plus, which goes back to glycolysis or step 1. Yeah? Then as product, 2 lactic acids are formed. Another type of fermentation is alcoholic fermentation. It is anaerobic and used by yeast and some types of plants. Okay, so first we have a pyruvate and NADH from glycolysis enters the alcoholic fermentation. Two NADH molecules provides energy to break down pyruvate into an alcohol and carbon dioxide. As the NADH molecules are used, they are converted back to NAD+, which is similar to the first lactic acid fermentation we saw or learned. Then the molecules of NAD+ are recycled back to glycolysis. The recycling of NAD plus allows glycolysis to continue. Here we can see that it's very similar to the lactic acid fermentation. However, the only difference are the products. Instead of two lactic acids, we can see that there's two alcohol molecules and two carbon dioxide molecules. Yeah? The uses. Fermentation is used in food production, yogurt, cheese, and bread. So for baking industries, it causes the dough to rise when it is baked. It breaks down the sugar, and CO2 causes the dough to puff. That's why breads are puffy. Yeah? Bye.